found himself in a scary place. He had just gotten a major victory from God, but now all of a sudden he finds himself lonely, finds himself afraid, finds himself confused. Just after God had just used him in a powerful way, in a mighty way. And he said, go out and stand on the mountain in the Lord's presence. At that moment, the Lord passed by. A great and mighty wind was tearing at the mountains. It was shattering the cliffs before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake, there was a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, there was a voice, a still small voice. Verse 13, when Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his mantle and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. It's going to come in the earthquake. It's not going to come in the fire. But if you want to turn the storm into a playground where you can still have fun, where you can still laugh in the midst of the chaos and laugh all up in the devil's face, guess what? You've got to rely on the gentle whisper. A great and powerful wind, it rages and it roars, tearing the mountains apart, splitting huge rocks. Can you imagine what Elijah was seeing? Rocks splitting. That's what your storm looks like sometimes. Things that seem to be solid in your life split in two. After the rocks split, there was a rumble, rumble, rumble. Sometimes your storm seems like that. So much noise around you. How are you going to make it? How are you going to get out of this alive? Seems like everything around you is shaking. And yes, you know that our light affliction, which is only for a moment, but what is just a few seconds of that rumbling with the prophet seemed like eternity. But the Lord was not speaking in the midst of the earth's rumble. And then something else happened. There was a crackling. There was popping. Fire. It's moving. And that's what happens in your storm sometimes. You hear the crackling and you hear the popping. Things are getting burned up. They're burning up in different areas of your life. This is not the sound. Shaking and the rocks splitting. Something that is a big contrast from all that noise happens. Still, small voice. That's what you got to rely on. When you're in the storm, out of the storm, after the storm, rely on that still, small voice. Whispers matter from the Lord. I need to hear a still, small voice from God. When you're able to hear and rely on that still, small voice, that gentle whisper, ladies and gentlemen, you can get instruction and encouragement. That's what the Bible says, that when he heard that still small voice, that he was sustained and that he was encouraged after that to go the journey. And he got instruction on what to do after that. Same thing for you.